Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I am throwing the Bear Cave emote in the chat. If you are a subscriber, throw that emote in there. Let the people know what's up. I hope everyone's doing well out there in the internet. I'm here hanging out. We're going to give it a few minutes, let a few more folks join us on this first ever early, comparatively, Monday night stream. As many of you watching know, I started doing late night Monday streams. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. At 1 a.m. Eastern Time. I don't have to do that because I currently don't have a job at night. So I can stream at 9 p.m. And we are. It'll be a normal build stream, just like every other stream. The normal Thursday and Saturday streams, just like normal. We do have a new thing that I'm trying out tonight. And I'll try out this week, and let me know. Humbao is in there. Thank you, Humbao, for throwing the Bear Cave emote in there. Thanks for being here. Harold threw the Bear Cave emote along with the H-bomb earlier. I want to give Harold a shout out as always. But yeah, you may notice here that I'm trying out a new thing. It's part of Streamlabs. Streamlabs are the alert boxes that pop up when people subscribe. Waffle Soup's here in the chat. Hey, Waffle Soup. When people subscribe when they donate money, that little pop up that shows up. I use Streamlabs for that, and they also have this events thing for following and subs to kind of give a list of people. So these are the last 4 things that have happened, either a follow or a sub. I think they're going to be smaller in the overhead, which we'll go to soon. But I think right now that it looks pretty cool. Oh, Waffle Soup says let's test it out now. See what Waffle Soup has to say. See what's up. Waffle Soup just subscribed. Says you're awesome, Pat. Well, thank you very much. 4-month streak for Waffle Soup. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, also, if you want to renew your subscription, now would be a great time to do it. 1 month ago today, I announced that I was losing my job. And a bunch of you responded incredibly positively by gifting subscriptions to your fellow viewers. A ton of gift subscriptions happened a month ago, and they all expired today. And I went from I dropped like 10 subscribers, which I knew was coming, but it's still, the number went down. It went way down. So if you're ever thinking, maybe I'd like to give Pat $5, or maybe I'd like to use my Twitch coin, which you have to manually renew, this would be great. I would love to get back up. We're a ways, obviously, from the good number, but I would love to start getting towards that. But yeah, it even says how long your sub streak is going. The number should only ever go up, says Finneray, or Fire, you're totally right. Also, hi, it's been a bit. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Ultron 100 threw in the Bear Cave emote. Ultron, we're building your kit today. We'll wait a couple more minutes and we're going to get started. See if a few folks want to join us. I have no idea what my numbers are going to be on a Monday night. Late night, we did pretty good. And for the folks that are on the West Coast that were kind of looking forward to a real late night, sorry about that. But I don't want to stream at 1 in the morning. I lurk, but work has been keeping me busy. I understand and I appreciate the lurking, but thanks for popping in and saying something. It's always nice to see people in the chat, especially folks that don't chat that often. You're always welcome. But obviously also, if you want to lurk, you lurk. There are people that don't want to chat, that can't because they're watching on their phone, or they're watching while they do other things and they're not by the computer. They just turn it on and only get up if there's an issue, Chromecast it or whatever. Speaking of casting, before we get into the build stuff, I will remind folks, when this channel goes off, the image that will be shown is my schedule for the rest of the month. Also, it's my pinned tweet at twitter.com/PatBear. My schedule this week is I'm building tonight. I'm building Thursday from 9 to 11 Eastern. I'm building Friday from 9 p.m. to 11 Eastern. And that's because on Saturday, I'm not doing my normal build stream. I'm going to start things up at 8:45 because at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, the Anime Awards are happening. Crunchyroll's Anime Awards are happening. It is co-streamable, and I'm going to do my first ever co-stream. I'm excited about that. I think it should work out great. Um, there are two ways to co-stream. I'm trying to do the one that's a little easier. But I'm going to do it on Saturday from 9 to question mark. But I'll start at like 8:45 Eastern time to kind of like get situated, let people join me, test the stream out, make sure I can co-stream, all that stuff. The way they prefer you do it, I ran into an issue where, so basically they want you to like the same way that I have these things as a source, they want you to make the twitch.tv/Crunchyroll a source. The problem with that is I went to do it and the source needed me to click a thing that says okay for me to watch mature content. I was like, oh, that doesn't work. So there's another way to do it, which will basically be just capturing one of my monitors, and I think I'm going to try to do that. Basically, I'm going to capture it the same way that I capture games that I play, anything like that. It'll just be the same. All right. I think I've got everything together. I'm getting a lot of retweets. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go full screen. We're going to go to the game stream here. As you can see, now the notifications of people, or the tracking, shouldn't be too distracting because they're on the side and the action's here. So I think that'll be okay. If it gets distracting, let me know. The monitor capture is easier. It's totally easier. The only thing that we might run into a problem is sometimes people, like, they're especially giving permission for people to co-stream, but if you're not doing it the way they want you to, it could be an issue where we could get interrupted and have to switch to the way they want to do it, which I'll be ready for. But I prefer to do the screen capture because it gives me more control. I can also full screen instead of cropping the fucking window. Okay, so what are we working on here? Why are we working on a 1/100 scaled high grade? You might be asking yourself. The Nataku. Why are we building the Nataku? Well, so here's the thing that happened. They didn't make this kit in a master grade. Well, that is reasonably priced and available and easy to get. So if we can't build a Gundam wing kit in master grade, we build it in high grade. This kit came out in 1997. A lot, especially the legs, are very similar to other kits. This has the arms, which are cool. The story of this Gundam is Gundam Shenlong, the 5th Gundam, the one that looks a lot like the Gundam Zero. That Gundam gets destroyed, completely wrecked. And secretly, the scientists that developed the Gundams rebuild it. And they rebuild it, instead of having one claw dragon head arm, it has two. So it stops becoming the Shenlong and becomes the Ultron, which is two-headed. And now this is the Endless Waltz version. And the thing I love the most about this kit is it looks older. This looks like an older Gundam than anything else. They just made it look old. And honestly, to be fair, in my limited understanding, it feels more like a Chinese dragon and feels like more country appropriate, which is a weird thing to say, and I also don't know if I'm right. And like I said, I use feels like it, because I'm not confident in that is accurate. So I am hedging my bets slightly, but that's how it feels to me. It's a really beautiful looking kit. I'm psyched to build it. I think you will enjoy it. It comes together pretty easy because it's a high grade. Also, I like doing high grades now and again because it's easy to point to these videos on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBaer, for folks that want to check out what I'm like, want to see what a high grade looks like and how it comes together. Because that's obviously where I like people to start when I recommend their starts places. I think the breastplate is definitely Chinese-style armor. Yes, very much. And the dragon heads look, I think, well, one, they just fucking look cooler. Um, but basically, this is the Ultron. It's just they gave it another name because of the fact that it's Endless Waltz. Uh, it is weird because the other ones that were rebuilt, like the Death Scythe, just became the Death Scythe Hell. Harold is now hosting the stream. Thank you very much, Harold. Who is that little man standing next to that big mech? Well, that's Wei Chi. That's Wei. Here's Wei in his uniform. For scale, and to be perfectly honest, Gundam Wing, the scale of human to the kit there's in, is honestly like it. Oh, Harold just cheered, and it showed up that Harold is hosting and that Harold is doing some bits, and that he went off a little bit there. It kind of goes off the thing there. I'll adjust that. That'll be fine. Harold, thank you so much for the bits. Bits are always appreciated. Cumulatively, you're rocking it. Always appreciate that, Harold. But yeah, the Gundam Wing Gundams, like, in relation to the size of the human pilot, are pretty reasonable comparatively compared to other scale for other mobile suits in other shows, I should say. So we're building a high grade. High grades come together pretty easy. I'm literally running everything out of the same box. And the legs are identical with the exception of where the joints meet. So there's like one piece that's facing the other direction, and otherwise they're all but identical. So we're just going through. As I said, this kit came out in legitimately 1997, and it has an ad for the laser disc and video of Endless Waltz, the OVA. And it's got some beautiful looking art in here, some stuff, some concepts, some stuff from the OVA, which is the continuation of the series, basically. It is fucking dope looking. But yeah, you could get Endless Waltz on Laserdisc, which is pretty rad in my opinion. So yeah, like I said, we're doing some high grade stuff. This is actually a Laserdisc, the best optical medium. I mean, I love a good Laserdisc. For a while there, if you wanted to watch Star Wars, the first, 4, 5, 6, the way they were originally released, the home release, without any edits, where Han shot first. Laserdisc was the best way to watch it. It looked the best for a long time. This is kind of high grade week. I say that because let me get this thing up. Yeah, I say this because no matter where we are in this kit, or if we finish this kit tonight and start our next kit, which is a master grade, on Thursday we're gonna pause whatever we're doing. Because on Thursday, it's Valentine's Day. And we're going to build the Love Tyrant. Originally, this kit, I wanted the Love Tyrant because it was, it has a death scythe, it has the scythe. It's a builder's kit, and it's not a death scythe, but it's got a scythe, so we're going to build it. But also, it makes a lot of sense to do something called the Love Tyrant on Valentine's Day. I think that's just a fun thing. Aristophan says, time to debate CAV versus CLV, which is an obscure Laserdisc reference. It's very obscure. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I believe you that that's a thing that exists, but I don't know what you mean by it. All right, so We are going to continue to build our legs here. Like when I the love tyrant sounds like something that is against the Twitch terms of service. Yeah, don't worry, gang. I cleared it with Twitch. We're good. When people go like, "What's the difference between a high grade and a master grade?" This is a leg piece. This is the outer leg armor, right? These are gonna go our top of the leg, feet. This thing. That's the difference. Less pieces, way bigger pieces to get the job done. That's what you're talking about when you talk about a high grade versus a master grade in the 1/100 scale. There is a reason why I constantly tell people the place they should start is high grades, because they're just easier. And sometimes they look rad. I mean, the Death Scythe Hell custom that we built, because there's no master grade of the Death Scythe Hell custom. There fucking should be, but there isn't. We built that, and I love that kit. I think that kit comes together so well. We did the heavy arms, the Endless Waltz version of heavy arms in the high grade. There is a master grade of that, but it's incredibly expensive, and I don't ever expect to build it. The same way that we have the 1/100 of the Sandrock. Sooner or later, we're going to have to build a Sandrock, guys and gals and non-binary types. It's literally my least favorite Gundam in Gundam Wing. I have no interest in I don't have an interest in building it. Or I should say, I don't really care one way or the other, but I need to build it because it's the only Gundam from not Endless Waltz, from Gundam Wing that we haven't built. So we have the high grade of the Endless Waltz version, and we can build that. And then there's a master grade out there that sooner or later I'm just going to go to Gundam Planet and buy, because it'd be cheaper at Gundam Planet than at than buying it at buying it on Amazon, because it's not available on Amazon through traditional means. 5. And that by traditional means I just mean it's not available via Amazon Prime, so it's annoying. All right, so we can put these on here. I like things to be at Amazon Prime, available on Amazon Prime, because that means I can just buy them. All right. All right, that goes on like that. This is just the back of the foot. Nice and easy. Simple. Oh, got a bunch of viewers here. Hello and welcome. Folks that are just joining, this is the Gundam Nataku. It is from Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. It is the high grade version. We're doing the high grade because the master grade of this is, I believe, I'm going to go look it up. I'm going to look it up and see what it is on Amazon. Big old box down here. Yeah. The master grade of this kit is being sold right now on Amazon for the low price of $110.88. Coming out of Japan. It was $130 when it was added to list. So it's dropped 15% since I added it. So yeah, I'm not expecting to build that. So we're going to build the high grade. If somebody wants to build it, they can, but Harold throws in the Bear Cave mode. Appreciate that. Last week says, hooray, I finally got to the Go Park and let's go, so I can link Go and get that shiny Meltan. That's awesome. Congrats, Lashbrook. That took me a second because you didn't capitalize any of the words. So I was like, there's a lot of Go and Let's Go. Talking about linking Pokemon Go and Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. I get it now. I get things. I understand what's going on. Took me a second though, but congrats, Lashbrook. That rules. Do, 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 do. I'll mention it again in the middle. Oh, Humbo just cheered 100, throwing himself. You just entered the list. Thank you very much, Humbo. Really appreciate it. Bits and cheers help, especially now that my numbers have dropped, which we were expecting, as I said, that my subscription numbers would drop because of the wonderful gifts you did a month ago are expiring. And we were expecting that, and it's fine, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, that just gets me closer to getting my next payout, which is rad when that happens. It's that thing where it's not consistent about like the amount I make like very consistently. So I'm like, sometimes I get paid every month, and sometimes I get paid every 2 months from Twitch. So between now and the 15th, any day between now and the 15th, I could just get money, or it'll come in March. Because it's like 45 days after the end of the month. So it's like if I made enough in December, I'll get it. But if I did, like, it's not great. It's not great because I don't understand it well enough, which is probably partially my fault. Epic Open World is here. Hello, Epic Open World. And Epic Open World says, today I bought Girl Scout cookies online from Nick Chester's daughter because I saw his tweet. That is the first time I knew this was an option. I have no reason to ever leave my house again. Now, Epic Open World, that's rad. There's a cookie day coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend. And you should check to see if your area supports it. But there are some metropolitan cities in the United States that sell Girl Scout cookies like on this one weekend where you can just come up and buy boxes. Not even ordering, you just buy boxes. And I have done that, and it has been rad. I gotta look that up, but I believe it's next weekend is the weekend. The corporate headquarters of Girl Scout cookies. The corporate headquarters of the Girl Scouts in Manhattan used to just sell them. You could just go into their office and like walk up and be like, "Hi, cookies, please," and that was rad. And they were right by my old office, so I would take advantage of that. All right. Make sure that was an F that I took out because sometimes, nope, that was an F. Great. All right. So we're just building a leg here and doing what we do. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Space Cadet is here. That's awesome. Hello and welcome. But yeah, buying cookies. Also, when I was at Emerald City Comic Con last year, which is in March, I'm not going this year, but I was there last year. There were Girl Scouts like a block away from the convention center, and I was like, "This is." And they took credit cards. They had a square, and I was like, "Come on, this is too great." So I bought a bunch of cookies for people I knew that had booths. Today I bought, oh yeah. Most places do that. There's always Girl Scouts selling cookies outside the grocery store during cookies. Yes, I have seen that. But I will say that in New York City, you don't often see it just like at grocery stores or whatever. There are, especially where I am here, there are certain, you never see anyone collecting money outside of grocery stores of any kind. With the exception of Salvation Army at Christmas. That you do see. In the New York area, but nothing else. All right, so we need A here for each one. But yeah. Go down, go down, go down. And then A here. But yeah, I'm going to try to avoid cookies because, I'll say this. I lost a little bit more weight. Pretty happy with that. Lost about a pound since last week, which I'm very happy about, considering that I have been doing some stress eating. just kind of going for broke as far as eating a bunch of foods that I really like and not worrying about it, uh, and trying to not overindulge, but certainly allowing myself some fucking tasty foods when it's time to eat some tasty foods. And especially because right now I am not working, it's very easy to just sit home and eat a lot of food. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to be careful about what I consume. This is true, but requires me to leave my house to seek out. Yes, you're totally right. You're totally right. Epic open world. You can avoid talking to real people. I always choose that option. Yes. Yeah. I totally understand what you mean. I totally hear you. Sometimes just fucking maxing and relaxing is the way to go. All right. So we'll assemble this leg here. This goes into this. This looks like this. Like I said, these come together really easy. 15-day move goal streak on Apple Watch. Nice, Harold. That's rad. Yeah, I don't have any like precision goals right here. I mean, dropping weight is my goal. Eating healthier, living longer, uh, feeling like I'm not running into issues in my knees right now. I'd like to continue that. I have, but I was I was I don't want to say dangerous, but I will say that I was not in a good place with my weight through the tail end of last year, and it's important to me to drop the weight safely, and change my lifestyle, not go on like a crash diet. So I am continuing to do a version of keto. JM Cool is following. Thank you very much, JM Cool, for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, turn your notifications on so you know when I go live. Everyone should do that so they know. Schedule, as I said, is on twitter.com/Baer. It is my top post. My pinned tweet is my schedule for the rest of February, which doesn't include like a couple like rando things that might come up. Like I think on Wednesday night, I'm not going to do a for real stream. I'm just going to do a kind of hangout, test settings, and test like the idea of doing a what was I saying? Oh, I'm just kind of testing the logistics of doing a why my brain so mush? Oh, the co-stream for the anime awards. I might test that on Wednesday night just to see how that looks. So we'll see. Sorry that my brain's a little mushy. Haven't had to really think too much today. I've been sending a lot of emails and working on people's schedules because I am working on both improvised post-mortem guests and League of Heels guests. So I put out some feelers, got some good information about that. Some people have gotten back to me. That was good. I went and bought groceries today. Had a big old salad, which was good. Epic says, I'm taking most of the cookies I bought to work to share with coworkers. Nice. Tough month at work, and it's little things to get used to the workday. Epic Open World, I completely agree. That's a very generous of you, and I'm sure that people will really appreciate that. Like, yeah, there's a lot of times where those things mean a lot to people. Could really change the vibe in a positive way. Not having to use my brain sounds good after today. I'm also pumped for another impromptu postmortem. Yes, the improvised postmortem will return Thursday, 9 p.m. in the Dragonfly Theater or at twitch.tv/PAX3. It will be live streamed. I will steal that night. I will go and take it, and I will put it on my And I'll put it on my YouTube so that people can watch that. And yeah, it's a really fun panel, and I think people will like it. I hope that people check it out. I'm not confirming guests yet, or not announcing guests yet. I will. I'm still confirming. Epic Open World. Basically, I'm going to wait until March to start asking for people uh, uh, to submit the second half questions or second up prompts, I should say. But I have been working on my own. I have a few that I didn't use in my last one at PAX West, so I have a good starting point for some of those, and then I can build off of them. Obviously, 38 and 34. Okay. Hmm. But yeah, I haven't really started working on that because honestly, when I know how many pairs or solos, then I just start working on my favorite ones. And then, I'll put the word out starting in March to, because I'll have the full month to kind of promote it to try to get people to, do the retweets. And it also helps that if I have a link for people to go look at it, um, that's always very helpful. Uh, I did this wrong. Put this leg together wrong. One of the nice things about high grade, very easy to adjust. Brad Shoemaker voice. Emails, yes. Yes, at the end of the day. Yeah, I'm just sending out emails now and like confirming people and like sending lots of DMs and then, oh, this person doesn't actually follow me on Twitter because they don't need to. I'm fine with them not, but oh, they don't, so I gotta reach out another way. Oh, they follow the League of Heels one, great. I'll follow them and send them there. And oh, this person sent me this thing. Okay, cool. Oh, this person doesn't know yet. Okay, all right. One thought of last year would be actually be a fun game jam game. Mortal Kombat versus Pokemon. Yes, that would be a fun game jam. Yeah, there's a couple in there that I think are fun, but mostly it's just a silly, easy way to kill some time in this dumb world. And then also for like the game dev folks, the folks that have been in community and game dev, for them it feels like apparently incredibly cathartic. Like I know Aaron's not so subtle takedown of certain former employees of his that will remain nameless for his own benefit uh, felt very cathartic. So I really appreciate that. I need to get more game devs in improvised postmortem. I always try to have some comedians, like legit comedian folks, and I try to have some game journalists that I think are really funny, good people that are good on their feet, think well on their feet, Uh, but it is also important to have, I think, more game dev folks because I think like they bring a different element to the table. You know, 80 and Liz, who made Someone Has Died, they don't know they're not as knowledgeable as other folks about video games, but they're incredibly funny people and brought a lot to the table in that regard, and just were genuine and really fun. So they brought a lot to the table that other people, they have experiences that are different from other folks. I can believe that being in software dev, it can be really chest clearing when you can do it without naming names or getting in trouble. Yeah. So you find ways, or you talk about community, or you talk about another, like this fake game. I've given people permission to say that the fake game they're talking about is bad. I also like it when people are like, we killed it. We totally killed it. We were so good at the game, at making this game. I like it when people make that choice. But it's also fun when they're like, "Oh, I'm going to talk so much shit about this fake thing." All right, legs are done. Time to move on to arms. See, we're moving right along here. Okay, we don't need that yet. We need J. J. I'm going to grab some water here. One of the nice things about doing this stream is that all day I knew it was Monday because I'm only really 2 days into my unemployment and I'm already like remembering what it was like when I worked basically all weekend long and then auditioned during the week and did things kind of freelance like improv coaching during the week. That a thing I ran into was I was constantly unsure of what day it was. So knowing that it was like, oh, it's Monday. Put this video out. Post this thing. Post this thing here. Get ready to stream. Okay, stream. Has been very good for my brain to just remember that I have to do these things. Tomorrow I have to go see a show. I have to set my alarm so that I remember I'm going to go to a show at night. So here's the thing. I have to be, for me, as Pat Baer, the man, the person, the guy that I am. I know how I operate and how I work. And one of the ways I work is accepting what the new normal is and carrying on with the new normal. The new normal is scary. The new normal can be rough and hard. Yes, the man, the myth, the legend. But the new normal is important. I firmly believe that you cannot grow and change until you accept the new normal. You cannot live in the past. You have to accept the new normal and move on. And part of the new normal is, and it's hard for me to say this and acknowledge it as a reality, is that I am not an employee of the UCB Theater. And while I perform occasionally at the UCB Theater, I am no longer on the performer page because I don't have an active show at the theater. And so I'm an audience member. I might get asked to do a show. I might pitch a show. I might perform that show. But I'm an audience member. And the sooner I accept that as a reality, the easier it will be for me to accept the new normal and move on and change and grow. So because of that, I bought a ticket to go see a comedy show tomorrow at the UCB, and I'm going to go there. I'm going to scan my phone, which has my, barcode for the show. I'm going to wait in line. I'm going to sit in a chair in the audience. I'm going to pay for my soda because I was a manager, tech manager, and got free sodas at work. And I'm going to pay for my soda. And I'm going to see a show. And it's going to feel so fucking weird and so wrong. And I'm going to feel so weird. But I will always feel weird about it unless I do it. And the longer it takes for me to accept the new normal, excuse me, the harder it'll be. And it's the same advice that I gave people that had been interns for a really long time at UCB. People that had interned for a very long time and their internship ended, they knew that it would feel different because they wouldn't be able to show their intern card and there'd be people who didn't know them anymore and they would just go back to being students again or audience members again. And some people never took that well, and the end of their internship for a lot of folks became the end of their time at UCB because they couldn't accept the change that happened and that things were different. And I've seen that happen for so long in my course of being an employee that I know it happens. So because I know it happens, I can change it for me. And that's obviously important to me that I face the change. Epic Open World says that sounds like tough, but necessary thing you're going to do. And it is, because like I said, I'm not done. I'm done being an employee of the UCB Theater. I'm not done performing on that stage at the Hell's Kitchen location or the shows they're running in the East Village, this place called Subculture. They're just like UCB Presents is a thing that's happening. Or if I find myself in LA, I wouldn't not pitch shows or wouldn't say no if people invited me beyond their show. But it's important that I embrace that things are different because there's no way they can be the same. And I don't want to get stuck living like, I don't want to be like, well, I haven't been there in 6 months, so I'm not going to go. Like, that's not going to happen. And I'm sure there'll be people that look at me and feel weird about me being there and think it's weird that I'm there. I am positive that there will be people who are incredibly surprised that I'll be there. Because I'm sure there are some folks that think that I'm done. And I'm not. I am done being an employee. I'm not done being a performer. I'm not done doing comedy in New York. And I worked on Tuesdays for a very, very long time and didn't take Tuesdays off because it was a fun night and I didn't want to take that night off. So I haven't seen a show at our Hell's Kitchen location on a Tuesday yet, and now I'm going to go do that. Ultron says, we had a coworker die a couple weeks ago, and it's been rough on a number of people. Knew the person for 12 years, and things feel very different now. Ultron, I'm so sorry to hear that. You have my condolences. I have been lucky that, blessed that in my previous working, I have not had someone die while they were still an employee. We did, unfortunately, lose a great community member who was my first manager at UCB. Chuck Dahlbull passed on us. He had not been an employee for about a year, but it still ached and hurt, and was really rough. Yeah, it does. I'm not saying it gets easier, but yes, the new normal. And especially in your case, Ultron, and certainly also in mine to a lesser degree, it's not ignoring the change or saying that change doesn't matter. It's that you can't. It doesn't work if you don't try to make it work. You can't just expect it to work. Believe me, yesterday I threw myself a little bit of a pity party. I'll say that. Yesterday was my first day. Yesterday I should have been going into work. A month ago I would have been, the week ago that Sunday. My last Sunday shift was Super Bowl Sunday. I work on Sundays. I didn't work on Sunday. And it felt really fucking weird yesterday. It felt incredibly weird to not go to work. I didn't go in. I did some stuff and I watched some anime and I talked to my folks on the phone and I got some food, cooked up some dinner, and that was my Sunday night. And it was really fucking weird. And I don't know when it's not going to feel weird. But I do know that it won't feel like the new normal. Like when my next gig, whatever that might be, whenever that might be, I need to be ready for that. I'll be honest, y'all. A thing that I have been blessed with is that I am fucking adaptable. I am very good at rolling with it. Some of that's improv training, some of that's instinctual for my fucking life. But I am pretty damn great at just going for it and going with it and rolling with the punches and adapting when it's time to adapt. I'm pretty fucking good at that. New page in life open, says Ultron, and I agree with that. I don't mean to be heavy. I apologize if I am being heavy on y'all. It's certainly not my intention, but I am going through a thing. And obviously I'm holding back, not, I'm not giving the all the moments of it, but I am attempting to be honest with myself about what's going on. Get off your chest. Says Epic World. Thank you. I appreciate that, Epic. But yeah, I mean that it's also the reality of where I'm at. Like I'm not good. I am a pretty great actor. I'm a pretty good actor. I shouldn't say pretty great. I'm pretty good at acting, but I'm not great at pretending. Seconded, says Harold, which I appreciate. Thank you very much. Stefan says, thanks for being willing to share. Well, I appreciate it too. I mean, folks that have been here a while, folks know that I am, that honesty is a part of who I am, and it is a part of what I do. From the days of 404, it is, the philosophy is talk about the stuff you're really into. And that's what I do. That's what I do on my streams. And that's what I do in my life is that I'm not saying I'm an open book, but I am an honest book. There's fact checking in my autobiography. And I try to be authentic with it. If I can. Because that's the best I can do, is to just try to live my authentic and present you with what's going on with me. Space Kinetic is a heart, which I appreciate. Humbao says, thanks for sharing. We got your back. I appreciate that. Y'all are great. I will say this. I would definitely be in a different spot without this outlet. Having a thing to do. 6 hours a week, guaranteed, I'm streaming and making model kits. I know that's a thing I'm doing 6 hours a week. Beyond that, on other days, I have opportunities and things that I'm working on, but I know that I've got this, and having a thing to look forward to plan towards. The same way that PAX. Oh, thank God I have PAX East, and I've got a lot on my plate. I've got a table. I've got 2 panels. I got a panel. Why do I have a main theater panel? I could have said no. I was not going to say no. I could have said no. I could have been like, maybe we shouldn't do that. I'm not going to say no to that. It's an awesome opportunity, and we're going to put on a great show. But, thank God I have these big things to look forward to and to work on and to plan out. Harold says, so are we your Snorlax? I mean, in a sense, in a genuine sense, yes. You are you being here is important because it does genuinely mean a lot to me to have a place to go and people to talk to and a thing to look forward to. It is incredibly important to me to have that and necessary for what I'm trying to do in general. And just like I said, I woke up today with a few things I had to do, knowing that at 9 o'clock I was going to be streaming here. Folks, this is a job, right? It is a job. I treat it like a job. It is a job. But also, model kit building is fucking fun. I love it. I love building. We're building a very cool looking model kit. It's going to turn out rad. I'm going to be really psyched when we're done with it. Building cool model kits is one of the things I do to relax. And so this stream is work, but it's also just very pleasurable and very fun to do. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Put that on there. Then we got to build a hand, and then we'll build it on the other side, just like we did here. For those who don't know, there's a 404 reference. Yes, it's a job, but on the job scale, it's a fun end. Yes, Epic Open World. I mean, look, there are parts of streaming that are not fun. I am blessed in that I have banned a total of 4, maybe 5 people from the stream since we were doing it. We don't get raided by assholes. We don't have to go on block trains. I don't have moderators. I don't depend on moderators to keep the peace. We're very blessed in that respect. It could be so much worse. And part of that is understanding that, like that part of it, you know? But yeah, it's also like being on and the second hour, like making sure I have stuff to talk about. There's a reason why I used to do an hour and a half before I went to 2 hours. The main reason I did an hour and a half is because I would just get like, I wasn't great at the second hour. You know, like 45 minutes in, I would take my ad read break, ad read, quote unquote. And then that next 45 minutes, I'd be struggling. And part of that is that there are more folks watching and more folks chatting, and so I have topics and things to talk about. And then also made the discovery that I could just review or discuss anime shows that I'm watching, and that was fun and a thing to talk about that kept the conversation going. Like, that was a great discovery. Canadian Papa Bear's in the chat, which is great. Sending you a bear hug or high five if you prefer your way. Well, thank you very much for that. Harold is taking off. Good night, Harold. But yes, for those that don't follow the last, I would say 4 shows in the 404ing it, which is the show that I did at PAX's, and someday I'll return to, but not for a while. I started ending the show. I used to end the show with just like a random, like, last funny image. Just the thing that I thought was like a funny way to send the show out. But towards the end, I started just kind of leaving with a message because things were getting dark. And so I would just say that I needed everyone in the audience to make a pledge that they were going to try to be more like Snorlax, because Snorlax uses their size, their weight, their presence, their abilities to help people. Snorlax is helping everybody. And even if the only thing you can do is get in the way, just step in and be in the way, do it. You know? If you can help people, you should help people. And even if you're just slowing down the bad guys, that's helping people. And that's my genuine belief. And so it was nice to be able to encourage people to be Snorlax. They have the ability to do that, then you should. But yeah, I try to do that in my own life, right? I try to amplify awesome voices and be there for people that don't have people that are there for them, and do what I can to make things a little easier. That's all I can do in sometimes. Alright, I need to find... These numbers are all weird. There's like a lot of numbers on this. I don't know how else to describe it. There's D, and that's E. I need the fingers. D10, D12, D9. Is these just wrong? These, like, I don't know how to describe it other than they're just like inaccurate numbers, but also just like a bunch of other numbers, and I don't know why. It's weird. But yeah, outside of these parts here, I don't see the hands. Huh. 15, 16. Or that. That's not right. I'm going to see if there's another... Oh! I just realized why. Okay. Now I know. Making the world a better place in your own way. I appreciate that. So I have the Astray Red kind of like on shelf, so I grabbed the wrong D. I need to grab the D off this booklet here, and that has the hands. That's what it was. I literally, because I have the Astray ready to go, it's all in my shelving unit here, and on top of the shelving unit, I just have the box because the high grades don't take much. That's what I was totally like, what am I doing wrong? Why are all these numbers wrong? These don't look like the right parts at all, because they weren't. They weren't the right parts at all. Haha. So it's D8 to D6. But yeah, that's the philosophy of being more like Snorlax. Get out there and help somebody is the thing that I'm trying to do. Might have a cool kit bash. Yeah. Well, Ultron, that's certainly not the goal. I mean, that wouldn't be, but that was not what I was trying to do. I was like, jeez, what's wrong? Yawning, I apologize. Couldn't really sleep last night, so I'm a little tired tonight, but I'll be okay. Probably try to go to bed early tonight. All right, just finish the hands up here. I like these high-grade hands. They're fun. They're very easy to put together. I think they turn out pretty cool. We'll take a break in a moment. I'll talk about ways that you can support the stream and what I'm doing here, which I would be most appreciative if you could support what we're doing here. Well, I'll finish the hands, and then we'll move on to the next step, which is either working on the, I don't remember what's next, if we're working on the body next, or if we're working on the claws and dragon heads. All right. One arm done, one hand done, other hand coming together. But yeah, we'll talk about what's going on after a brief. Finish the hands, and then yeah, just take our ad break, quote unquote. Because I always fucking forget to say it, I'll start with bits and cheers are appreciated. They get me closer to my next payout from Twitch. Always appreciate it. If you can't do monthly contributions, consider the gift of bits here and there. Cheers, bits, cheers. Those things go a long way in me being able to do cool stuff on stream. So I really appreciate that. Become a subscriber. That's a great way to support what I'm doing here. You can use your Twitch coin. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account, get Twitch Prime, which means that you could support me on the stream, which would be awesome. I would love it. Or you could use Cash Money. Canadian Papa Bear, I'm going to talk to you in just a brief second. I'll answer the question. So another way to support me is through Patreon. Patreon is a great way to support what I do here. You can support $1 a month. You get a monthly Q&A. You get emails, messages from me about like when I'm streaming, so you can keep up to date that way. If you don't want to follow me on Twitter or check Twitter, because if you maybe you've abandoned Twitter because you're doing good work. I'm doing this stream right now. A Monday night stream exists because I'm pulling over $150 a month from Patreon. That was my goal, was $150 a month. I'll stream 3 times a week. I would not be doing this stream right now for you without Patreon. So it's very helpful. Another way you can support me is to buy a kit for me on Amazon. I have an Amazon wish list. It'll go to my address. You don't get that address. It just comes to me. Because Canadian Papa Bear asked, do you buy your kits online or you get them from a hobby shop or something similar? So, I have an Amazon wish list, and I do that so that people can buy kits and do on stream. This kit was bought by Ultron 100. Thank you very much, Ultron 100. Uh, Basically, since I announced that I was losing my job, people have been incredible, and I've gotten so many kits off my wish list that I've just been building those. I haven't built something for myself since we did the space shuttle. That's that Lego set. That's the last set that I bought with my money. Everything else has been bought from people. Now, I do take money from Patreon and from Twitch and from Coffee, which I'll link to there. It's all in the show description here on Twitter as well, or sorry, on YouTube, the After the Fact archive will have that. So for folks that want to buy something from that or for coffee, all that goes to me buying kits. And sometimes I do go to hobby shops. Gundam Planet, which is a great online resource. They're in New Jersey. I've been to Gundam Planet. Image Anime is in New York. There was a time where when I was just starting up, I wasn't getting a lot of kits. A kit was supposed to come from Amazon and got delayed 2 days, and I didn't have a kit. So a Saturday, I had to go out and buy a kit, and I just went to Image Anime and bought some stuff. I also buy kits at conventions because Bluefin is at a lot of conventions that I'm at. So I think the next time I might be going to San Diego Comic-Con. If I don't, New York Comic-Con, I will buy kits to build from them. And that's like that clear kit that we built on stream. That came from that. That's like a great resource for finding some interesting kits to build on stream. So yeah. And then I have my Discord. Please consider joining my Discord. It's real cool and chill. People post links to the stuff they're working on or promote themselves. They post photos of kits they're building or shelving units they're putting together to then put kits on it. Very cool and chill. Nice little community. And I post all the videos and stuff I do. So that's also an alternative to having Twitter. The last thing I want to plug, because then we'll jump back into building and I'll talk about it while we do that. So I hope that answered your question, Canadian Papa Bear. Also, Amazon Prime just makes my life easier. I don't have to go hunt down things. I look to see sometimes the thing jumps down in price, and I get it. It's easy. Let Pat Play, my ongoing YouTube series. I put a new video up every Monday. I just did a video today. It is the second episode of Viva Mod Vegas, my ongoing, it'll be a month-long series, 4 episodes, of me showing off fun stuff in Fallout New Vegas. Some of my favorite mods and cheats, because you better believe I'm doing cheats. This second episode shows me at level 3 or maybe 4 killing Deathclaws. Killing a whole mess of Deathclaws. Ultron says, those poor baby Deathclaws. Hey, look, if those Deathclaws didn't want to kill me, I wouldn't kill them. But those baby Deathclaws want me dead. So, I'm not gonna. It's very fun. I'm having a great time with it. But yeah, it starts with some Deathclaws, and there's some other mods that happen in it. I'm just about done with the 3rd episode, and then I'm going to start the 4th one. And a lot of it is like, it's a game I know very well, so it's like fun cheats in Fallout and like huge advantages for my crew and just, the different people that I'm rocking with and my companions and all that. So I think the 4th episode, I'm just going to go for just the goofiest mods I can find. And if you have a mod, do you remember, especially if it works with Vortex? It's also cool because I've never used Vortex. Like, I stopped playing Fallout 4. I've been playing that casually, just like here and there, and doing a bunch of nonsense. But I kind of stopped doing that. And so I missed out on the Nexus mod manager becoming Vortex, which seems like pretty cool. I got to play around with it, but it seems pretty interesting. Thank you for answering, Pat. Please never worry about having to answer my questions, especially when you're totally busy. No, Canadian Papa Bear, it fed into because I was promoting my Amazon wishlist anyway. Because usually about an hour into the stream or halfway through the stream, a build stream, I always take a break to talk about ways that you can support the channel because people do ask often. They ask like, "Hey, how can I support the stream? What what can I do to help?" Which is rad, and those are the various ways you can help. Coffee is also a great way because it's just like a one-time thing, and it just immediately gets me money, which is pretty great. But I like to think that the reward you get for supporting me here on Twitch is pretty cool. You get the emote, which is a fun emote. And you get a shout out on here. I think that's pretty cool. And then there are other ways that you can support. The Patreon is kind of cool because I post stuff early. $5 a month on Patreon versus $5 a month on Twitch. The thing about Patreon that's pretty cool, I think anyway, is that you get like links to all the videos I do a day early. So if there's a series you're really into, you can see it early. If you like the character stuff that I'm doing in the background of characters, the improvised character showcase thing I'm doing, you can see that before everybody else sees it, which is kind of neat. This is wrong. I don't know what piece is. Oh, that's 2. That's right. That goes underneath. That's 2. That's 2. But yeah, I try to keep cool things on all the stuff I do. And like I said, I mean, I understand there's plenty of people that don't like Twitch. I respect that and understand it. Right now, for what I'm trying to do, it is the easiest way to stream because I am an affiliate. It means that I can do what I'm doing here. And if I was an affiliate, it would make my life harder to stream. So I'm pleased to be an affiliate in here and earn some money. If I hadn't, gotten into the affiliate program, I probably would have done more on Mixer or, YouTube would have. If YouTube had been my primary way of streaming, I would have bit myself in the ass because I have been demonetized. I am almost at the time now where I can try to fight the demonetization process, which should be interesting to see. So Epic Open World, honestly, I think Mixer's pretty great. I know Microsoft owns them, but I think that it's designed pretty well. I just don't think the people are there. But I've watched some Mixer streams and I've done a Mixer stream before, and I certainly don't hate it. I just it's not it's not exactly what I'm looking for as far as working on a platform because that would have to be fully donation based. So I'm not ready to do that. Someday maybe. But I'm an affiliate here. Parts of Mixer are really well thought out and ahead of Twitch, but it doesn't have the audience. Yeah, that's the main thing, is that it doesn't have people there. And some of the discovery tools aren't particularly well balanced yet. They could get there. I think they could get there, and it could be interesting, but they're not there yet, and that makes it tough. Because you want them to be there if you're on the platform. All right. So we're working here. We're working on basically this is part of the claws that are going to go on here. It's the idea is that this will eventually swing down over the hand like that, and then this will be attached to that, and then claws, which are dragon heads, which is very cool. I also appreciate that he's not like, oh, I just have these claws. He also has a two-sided trident, which is fun. It's like, oh no, I have this weapon. I do kind of miss the shield. The shield was kind of neat and archaic in a way that I liked, but I'm okay replacing the shield with just another big arm. I'm also very cool with that. All right, so we need 3J3s and 3J1s. Epic says, I watch some Mixer streams because I am an Xbox owner, but it just seems mostly empty. Yeah, I think that like there are some people that they're doing it, and I think that like I said, it might be a different conversation if I wasn't an affiliated streamer here or an affiliate. If I was coming in and being like, this is where I do things, come hang out, and I was building my audience that way, it might be good. But I think discoverability, I do get people that pop in that watch because they looked up the term gunpla or building or Hearthstone or Twitch Sings, or they've heard about what I'm doing. Like I do get some discoverability coming through here, and that's great. That's the goal, right? Is to have more people come check out what you're doing. That want to see what you're up to, and hopefully they like it. Word of mouth is always great. I mean, like, not everyone has the reach, but, if you retweet when I post that I'm live, or you tell a friend if you know someone that likes building model kits and stuff, that's huge. I thought of streaming on Mixer instead of Twitch, YouTube, just to start and get used to it. I do agree that I don't trust discoverability. Yes. I totally understand Fiery. Yeah, they're not great at being discovered, but the tags in category are better. They're better than they have been. Once they added the makers category, because when they started there wasn't a category for makers, and that was really infuriating because they had removed some of the tags that I used to use, and so I didn't even have that, and now I do, which is good, because like I was just under the creative tag, and I was like, let people know what I'm doing. Help me get more people checking what I'm up to. Only makes sense. That's gonna go on this side. So a question from Humbao: have you ever done a kit painting stream or consider doing one? And the answer to that question is it does. This comes up, and I'm not saying like, but I am saying no. I don't paint. I don't paint model kits. I don't paint figures. I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the skill for it. I certainly know myself well enough to know I would not be great at doing this on stream. I would not be great at painting on stream. I don't think that I have the temperament for it. I would really fuck up some paint. I'm bad enough. I mean, obviously there's a high grade. I got a bunch of stickers here. I'm gonna use some of these stickers. Okay? We're gonna put stickers on things. But that's not my MO. That's not the thing that I am good at. I'm gonna mess up and it's gonna be okay. But like, yeah, I'm not. I just don't. I've never been a painter. Like, it's just never been a thing that I set out to do. Okay, M and L. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I think it's rad that people do markers and paint and all that, and I think like that stuff is so cool and can be so expressive. I'm really into it, and I really respect folks that can pull it off. It's just for me, it's just not a thing that I'm good at doing. Uh, so I have been, so I haven't tackled it. Like we do way more stickers than we used to on stream because I used to do 0, even a high grade, and then there was a high grade that like I was really into, and it just felt weird to not build it. Well, what piece is that? Why doesn't it say what piece that is? Seven. That's weird. Is that saying that's the bottom two? Because that's the top one? That's what it is. Okay. All right. I'm getting it. Got these claws. They look a little. You haven't. No, I have not been to Vinny's house to help him paint minifigs. No, that would be an experience, certainly. Um, but yeah, no, I have not. Have not done that. I would love to. Like that would certainly get me to do some painting. But no. Yeah, I've never built with Vinny or at the same time as Vinny. I've done it with Austin and Dan, which has been very fun. But giving Vinny an excuse to paint like a model kit would be pretty thrilling. To be like, "Oh, Vinny, we're doing kits. I'm going to do watercolors. I'm going to do some water things and you're going to do some painting and we'll do that." That would be rad, but has not come to pass. Sorry about that, folks. Yawning. Unprofessional. Who do I think I am? Working on our dragon claws. 7 and 2. All right, so let's talk about some anime. This was a good. I got 2 animes that came out today, 2 episodes. We'll talk about That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime and Mob Psycho 100 Season 2. Apologies. I'm burping. Apologies. I'm all over the place. Yawning and burping. Who do I think I am? But yeah. What was I going to say? Oh. Yeah, it's just fucking really good shit in both shows. That Time I Got Reincarnated as Slime. This is episode 19 of 20. So we are getting into the home stretch here, which is a shame to think about. Or 22, sorry. There'll be 22 episodes. This was 19 of 22. And it's, to me anyway, kind of sad to think about it getting close to being done because I really like the show. I think it does some of the things it does better than, I mean, most shows in general. The things it's very good at, of like, it's an isekai, right? It's a person goes to another world. And this is another show where this character is incredibly, unbelievably overpowered. Completely. Should be able to defeat just about anything. But also is like doing just a great job. Just trying to be a chill, cool dude. And there's a lot of good action. Some low consequence good action in this episode. So I would recommend it for that. Like there's just like real chill, good times going on. People doing their best. Getting the job done. Yeah, I was real into it. Nothing big to say about it. And the other thing I want to talk about is Mob Psycho Season 2. I'm sure there are some people out there that really liked today's episode. Um, I wasn't super enthused about it. I tend to not. I mean, there's so much action in the last couple episodes. This one was more of like a flashback, like character development, uh, side story-ish kind of thing, and it was fine. It just wasn't exactly what I'm looking for after the heights of the last couple of the last two episodes. This episode kind of left me feeling. It wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was bad. It just wasn't what I wanted. But you know, you got to have falling action. You can't rise in action if you don't fall in action, right? That's what they say, right? That's probably not exactly how they say it. All right, so we got most of our claw done here. We're gonna finish off one, then we'll do the other. But yeah, and then I'll say this: I'm getting real amped for season 2 of Great Saiyaman. So I watched episode 1. This is the Great Saiyaman. No, episode 1. I watched like episode 2 and 3 of One Punch Man because I'm getting pretty amped for more One Punch Man in the future, the near future. One Punch Man. So yeah, so I watched the One Punch Man to kind of get hyped, and I did get sufficiently hyped. This One Punch Man is just a great show. I'm excited for season 2. More King. Lots of King in season 2, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I read the manga of One Punch Man. Silly question: does One Punch Man take people out in one punch? So, generally, yes. He's One Punch Man because it almost exclusively just takes one punch. It is a look at life through the eyes of someone who has become incredibly powerful, who is a hero for fun because he wanted to be a hero, and is ostensibly too damn strong. And it's an interesting look at like what that means compared to like the people around him and the people who don't believe him because he's so unassuming, and a lot of good luck and bad luck that accompany that. And it's interesting. I think it's an interesting show. Oh, Board Ming just subscribed. That's 13 months, tier 1. That's resub for 13. Thank you so much, Board. Really appreciate it. But Epic Open World, sometimes One Punch Man has to punch a bunch. He has to do consecutive punches. It's a fun show. It's light. It's silly in a lot of ways. It does where My Hero Academia explores what it means to be a hero in some rough ways that often make you have to examine yourself, like the hero killer arc is meant to have you reflect on what it means to be a hero and what it means to have a society of heroes. One Punch Man is kind of looking at like the concept of a show where people are overpowered, or a person that's overpowered far less than like the institutions. There is some institutions talk, and there is some stuff where it's like, why is it okay that One Punch Man in episode 2, a guy breaks through his ceiling and he's a monster, and One Punch Man immediately destroys him. He punches his head into dust or mush. Why is that okay? There's some of that, but it's also like the bad guys are monsters, so it's okay. Like, it's not, by any means, they're not really trying to explore and examine. They do it somewhat. Mostly it's like an examination. One Punch Man is an examination of the genre of that kind of fighting genre, more than it's an examination of humanity and heroism, where My Hero is more of that. And then I mean, I'm not going to give you a spoiler here because that's not what I do. I'm not about spoilers. I talk about stuff that's going on in shows. I've been, you know, talking certainly about, and on Thursday I will certainly, uh, I will certainly talk about um, um, a a show like Rising of the Shield Hero, which has got some fucking problems. But I'm still interested in where they go with it and if they actually have any intention on like actually dealing with the world that they've presented themselves to be in. I don't give them any credit to do anything, but we'll see. Um, are you saying One Punch Man could beat Goku? Hmm. There's been plenty of discussion on that in the internet. I'm not breaking new ground here by talking about it. I think that if Goku fought One Punch Man, Goku wouldn't feel the fighting spirit or energy. He'd be very confused because Saitama, One Punch Man, doesn't is just kind of doing it for fun, and because sometimes he has to, and he gets roped into things, and he's just so strong. So he might be excited about fighting someone who's really strong, but he's not really it's a different thing. If he's in a fighting tournament, it's because he wants to learn more about martial artists, and he wants to maybe win some prize money. He's not really doing it to be the very best. He's not. He's interested, in more people knowing who he is, so it makes his life easier. But saving the world and all that. But I also think Goku would get very confused and maybe not want and lose the bloodlust to fight pretty quickly. Because he'd just be like, "Do you want to be doing this? What's wrong? What's going on? Why are we not fighting?" But like I said, I don't want to give away. There is some spoilers, and I would be resident to not mention them about. Sure these were gonna Fairy Tail. I'm caught up on Fairy Tail, the final season. I am now completely caught up with the series because I had some time yesterday to watch anime, and I watched that, and oh boy, some stuff is fucking happening in Fairy Tail. I was very surprised. Damon's Angel is now following. Thank you very much. Saitama needs to pay the rent. Totally true, Ultron. Hey everybody, we got a bunch of people joining us tonight, right now. Welcome. We're going to go about another half an hour on our build stream here. You could be like Damon Angel and give me a follow, which would let you know, set your notifications so you know when I stream live. I stream Mondays and Thursdays and Saturdays normally from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. I do model kit building those streams. There is a slight change in that this coming Saturday, I'm not streaming my normal stream. I'm not doing a build stream. This Friday at 9 p.m. I will be streaming. And then this Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern, I will be doing a co-stream for the Anime Awards, Crunchyroll's Anime Awards. I will be live streaming and giving my thoughts and opinions on who wins and who loses and who should have been nominated instead. I will be sad when our best boy, our best protagonist is not Rimuru. I will be sad when best girl is not Nadesco. I will be not surprised when best fight sequence goes to, or best ongoing. I think best ongoing is probably going to go to Black Clover. I think they'll win that category. I don't know. They might not. But it's been pretty solid. Epic Open World says, you hear to here first, internet. Pat Baer hates Goku. Yes, that is actually how the internet works. You're totally right. Uh, by saying that Saitama would win, I am saying that I hate Goku, clearly. Alright, so we'll put this on here. I'm going to put some of these on. But yeah, I'm excited for the Anime Awards. I think that's like a fun award show to talk over, and they allow for co-streaming. Theoretically, this stream is going to be listed on a blog post this week of people who are co-streaming the Anime Awards, which maybe some folks will want to check out what we do here. Especially if it gets mentioned, while I still have when I'm about to do a stream. That would be rad as hell. Huh. I didn't realize GB and Crunchyroll had the same award, Best Ongoing. Yeah, it's Best Ongoing or Best Continuous. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's a similar vibe of like shows that had many episodes and they're like going to do really long seasons. Things that aren't just like 12 or 13 episodes. I should look up the Anime Awards categories. And I think there are going to be some awards that weren't internet vote. There's, they're going to nominate some people. I think there's probably some awards that you couldn't vote. But I don't know. Maybe these are all the ones. Best Protagonist. I don't think it's going to be Rimuru Tempest, but it could be. That's who I would pull for. I mean, I would vote for All for One being best antagonist. I appreciate they put Momonga from Overlord as a antagonist, even though he's the star of his anime. He is clearly the worst. Honda-san, right? Honda-san is not winning Best Boy, right? Midoriya is winning. Deku is winning Best Boy, right? Like, don't tease me by telling me that Skullface bookseller Honda-san is going to win Best Boy. That's not happening. Or maybe the guy from Rascal Does Not Dream. Yeah, and Nadesco's not going to win. Mai from Rascal is probably going to win that. I guess Anzu, I don't know. There's a lot to talk about. Hello. Bless you. Welcome. How do we get Jeff and Dan to present an award? I mean, Epic, like, the fact that they did a panel at an anime convention, like, I think the award show is a little bit of a bigger stage, and so probably not a thing right now, but I could see it at some point in the future. That would be very silly in a way that I'm 100% down for. Because I don't, But yeah, bless you. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Hi to everybody that's watching. If you're not already following, please consider giving a follow, so you know when I'm streaming next. And this Thursday is Valentine's Day. So this Thursday, I'm going to build the Love Tyrant, which is a 144 scale high grade. But it's the only one for that kit. And as you may remember, I like building kits I like the Death Scythe a lot. And it's technically a Death Scythe, so I'm building it. Alright, so basically these claws are going to go in these arms. But we have to put on a sticker first. It's sticker time. Bless You says, just got the Platinum Trophy in Kingdom Hearts 3 yesterday. Not sure what to play next. Well, I guess you could play Apex, because it feels like everyone's playing Apex, including me. Not that I'm going to do it on stream, but I do like Apex. I think Apex Legends is pretty fucking fun. Alright, so this sticker is pretty easy. Just going to do my best to line it up. And then the folds here already there. And if I mess up, I mess up, and I'm not going to worry about it. It's not perfect, but it worked. All right, so that went on there. So instead of having that be a white piece you snap on, you just went with stickers, which is very common in high grades. So, but yeah, I know Anthem's coming out. That's mean, but everything I saw of Anthem told me I didn't want to play Anthem. So I think flying over water to refuel your jets or cool down your jets is a fucking really cool idea. But other than that, I have no interest in checking out Anthem. Someone at Respawn pulled off a lot of magic to not get EA to mess up Apex up. Yeah. Still not sure how many souls that cost them. Yeah, Apex feels like folks were like, I don't know if we're going to be able to get Titanfall 3. And then someone said, "What it I have this bad I have an idea to make a battlegrounds game like a battle royale game." And people were like, And then people were like, "Oh wait, this fucking rules." Okay. Now we're doing this. It's great. I think that's awesome. Lashbrick is excited for Anthem still. I'm excited you're excited. Everything I saw of it made me not excited. But I also would be fine with being wrong. Okay, so we're going to build the head next, but let's look at this gimmick while we have it here before we build the body. So here's the arm. The arm's just doing its thing. It's just living its life. Got two arms here, right? And shoulders. And they're just doing the thing. And then, trouble. Time to pop this in like that. Pop that in like that. Send out the claw. And then it's Dragon Claw time. And that fucking rules. Look at that thing. That's the arm. You can do the same thing for the other one, obviously. I'll play Anthem. Seems neat. I really want Bioware to make something good. Apex gives me time and good help. Yeah. I understand. Look. I love BioWare. Hey, people talk about great BioWare games. I'm the one talking about the BioWare DS RPG they made about Sonic the Hedgehog and how great that was. It was very beginners as an RPG, but it was also really fucking fun. One of my favorite Sonic games of all time is a DS RPG made by BioWare. So, yeah, I want BioWare to do good work. But, like I said, Anthem didn't interest me. So, yeah, so these are the claws. That's how the claws work. I think they're rad as fuck. The reason why I want to build it. But yeah, I hope that it ends up being a success and that BioWare can keep making the games they make and keep people happy and keep people employed and do all that. I'm very hopeful for them. And like I said, yeah, I'm hoping that it's great. But what I saw of it didn't excite me. I played some Apex and I like it. PUBG seems to be the only battle royale game I really ever really liked. I've played some of them and have had various opinions on it. They kind of jumped. They've run the gauntlet of things that I've liked and didn't like. Is this what? There's Jack. Okay. So I'm hopeful that I'll play more Apex, but I haven't had the drive to do it. I honestly mostly just want to go back and play more of Fallout New Vegas with the cheats that I've been doing. I kind of just want to jump in and do more cheats and mods. Speaking excited for, do you see the new Aladdin trailer? Look, I didn't need to see the new Aladdin trailer because I saw the live action Beauty and the Beast trailers. And that told me all I need to know about this era of Disney live action projects. And that it's going to be somebody's fucking favorite movie, and someone's going to defend that movie forever, and their life is going to depend on saying how much they saw it when they saw it as a kid. It changed their lives and made them want to get into acting and all that other stuff. And that sounds great, and I'm good for you. But yeah, no thanks. I barely like Aladdin. I think Aladdin is a fine movie. It's not my favorite of that era. I was very disappointed with Beauty and the Beast because I really like that production. Uh, Wake me up when they make a live action Great Mouse Detective. Wait. I do not like how the genie looks. I don't know. But it's also like in motion and there, things change. It could be different when you're watching it on the big screen. I know someone that saw that saw stuff from it like behind closed doors and came away from it excited. And I'm like, okay, maybe in motion, maybe all together, maybe in a movie theater, it's going to have something that it doesn't have right now. It's possible. It's totally possible. It just, yeah, it didn't look like something I really want to see. I also don't go to the movies that often. I actually like the new Beauty and the Beast and Jungle Book. Yeah, I mean, it's totally, like I said, it also might be a generational thing. Like I said, there's going to be somebody out there who this is their fucking movie and this is their jam and they're going to be so into it. Yeah, I did not like the live action Beauty and the Beast. And part of that is because Belle couldn't fucking sing. And the tried and true thing is, if you are an actor or actor, and you can't sing, you don't get the lead in the musical. I don't care if you're the romantic lead actor. You don't get cast in the musical if you can't sing the song. And Belle couldn't fucking sing for shit. So fuck that. That's bad. Also, my nostalgia won't let me be the genie anyone be besides Robin Williams. Yeah. What if it's a musical about someone that can't sing? Yes, Bishu. Of course. Or if it's something like A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, where the main character is not the romantic lead, and therefore can be a character actor. And Pseudolus doesn't really need to sing that well, because Pseudolus' songs are mostly talking songs, because Zero Marcel, who made the role famous, can't really sing that well. So there are ways around it. Like there are musicals where the main character isn't the romantic lead. Hero is the romantic lead of A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. So it's totally okay to cast someone else in that role. There are a few other musicals out there where you can kind of get by without singing well, but it's hard. I do have opinions. Yes, and Epic of World. Go back to what you said. I totally understand that. It is hard. Part of that when it comes to that nostalgia is accepting that other people are going to do the thing, and that's a hard thing to accept in some instances. That the show must go on. It's hard, especially when something is iconic. Sorry, I'm yawning again. We're getting towards the end of the stream, though, so I think it's okay for me to yawn a little bit. So we are not going to finish this kit up, but we're going to get close to it. So we will finish this kit up on uh, Saturday or Thursday if we finish the kit and we have to go back to this. But on Thursday, we're starting with the Love Tyrant. Because it's Valentine's Day. So we got to start with that. And then if there's time or left, that doesn't take 2 hours, which it is a 144 scale, so it's a lot of small pieces, but it's also high grade, so it's not a lot of pieces. If we finish that and there's time left in the stream, then I will jump back into this and finish this up. But this is definitely going to be done on Friday, I should say, not Saturday, Friday. I said Saturday, but I meant Friday. We'll get to that on Friday. All right, head's done. Because also, just imagine if you're trying to do a late night stream. Well, Santini, hello, Santini. Welcome. Glad you're here. I would get a second wind. Like, I'm going to get my second wind. That's how my body generally operates. But as you might be able to see, there's a whole bunch of fucking stickers that got to go on this goddamn thing. So, this is going to take a minute or two to put together. Not a lot of stickers, but a few stickers there. But yeah, I'm glad I'm not doing the late night stream because that would take a long time. So yeah, instead of having layers or different pieces on this kit, we are just going to slowly put a bunch of stickers on it eventually. But we'll get to at least assembly of most of it. And we got to put some rockets on here. Gotta have some booster rockets. Can't be a Gundam. I mean, without some rockets. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. Put that there. We can move our arms and our head over here. But yeah, so all we have left is the chest, which we started working on, the waist, and then the trident, which is just taking this pole here. It's kind of cool. If you didn't look at it close enough, you might just think this is just the tree, but it's actually the pole for the two-ended trident, which I thought was a good idea. All right, so this goes in here. This goes in here. And then a J. Where's J? Which one is J? This is J. 16 is this one here. Great. Yeah, I'm so happy that I'm not doing a late night stream tonight. It was good to work on that, like to basically work on the idea of streaming at different times, to know that there were people that were here to watch that. Certainly not 21 like we've got right now, which is rad. Thank you all so much for watching. But yeah, I did have a decent number, and obviously West Coast folks that are okay with being up a little late. But this time at like 2 a.m., I was definitely feeling it. And now I'm not doing a late night stream while my roommate's trying to go to sleep and pulling that shenanigans. Okay. So we'll connect this up. We'll do the back plate here and the rockets, and then up there. So yeah, so like I said, I'm going to do a test stream Wednesday night, just like a hangout stream. We'll co-stream a channel that allows for co-streaming to kind of test out different settings and how it works. Basically, Shout Factory does 24-hour streaming and allows for co-streams. So we'll test out on that. And I don't even know. Actually, I should look that up to see what they're going to do. But I'm not really promoting that. It's just a Wednesday night, whatever. It's just a thing that's happening on a Wednesday. But yeah, I should see what they are doing. Shout Factory is a channel that's always on. I recommend it. Um, I definitely recommend going and checking out Shout Factory TV, twitch.tv/Shout Factory TV. They do a lot of cool stuff. They do some anime stuff. They do a lot of like the sailor stuff, or in the sorry, like the Power Ranger kind of stuff. Uh, some really old cool things that are fun. Mystery Science Theater 3000 stuff, or and 2000, and uh, not 2000. Mystery Science Theater 3000. Rift Tracks. That's what I meant to say instead. Um, they've got a lot of cool weird shit. Um, I can't find their calendar. Whatever. Um, but yeah, they do allow for co-streaming, so I am gonna check that out. Um, they did bring. Yeah. Uh, so that's a cool channel. That does cool stuff. So I'm gonna try to co-stream that on Wednesday, and just kind of like talk over uh, that and kind of practice. So that'll be Wednesday night. I'll practice that. All right, so we'll start on the shoulders. So we have a lot of stickers here, and I think almost all these stickers are going on this piece here, and then when we finish that, we'll be done with stickers. So let's be cool. Let's do the bottom one here. It's easier. All right, so that's because these are not number. They are symbols here that match them. They're not like X1 through X19. I have to be careful because I'm not particularly knowledgeable about. I can't read it, so I'm just kind of going on how it looks and being very careful. I'm using my sponger here, either side of my sponger, making my folds, trying to keep things level. Once again, if I fuck up, I fuck up, and I'm not feeling bad about it. I don't want it to be completely terrible, but good enough is fine with me. And then I'm just going to use my sponger to kind of make the folds. This is a little off. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. And you can kind of see this shot here. There's that sticker, because this is not good. Can't see that. Okay, so that goes there. We'll do the shoulder ones here. That's shoulders, but okay. So that goes there. So that's that one, and then oof, scary. Okay. All right, so the inside. It's the outside and the inside. So basically, instead of just making this piece gold, I'm putting a bunch of stickers on it to make it look gold. I was looking at an old box of Gundam wing models I had, and I'm amazed how tiny and simple they are compared to high grade stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's 1996, 95, like that's not super surprising to me at the time. All right, so that's the inside. Yeah, so they're using sticker for a lot of this, and then this is going on the inside of the other end here. All right. And then the other side is the one that has all of the folds and bends. And then just using the wedge side of this to kind of put pressure on it to bend it in. But yeah, you can see the difference between like this and then that. It does look sharper. It's weird that I'm doing so much sticker work on here to make this into a thing instead of using pieces of plastic to do the work. But I don't think it would look as good without them. I mean, I think this being green here, the arm part there, and not matching these parts here would have been fine, the shoulder piece there, but it does go a long way, I think, in making them kind of pop more. All right, so those are going to be for the waist. And now we have all this gold that has to go on this chest piece, which I think I want the chest piece off. Well, maybe it'll be easier. Yeah, let's attach it, and then, yeah, we'll do that. We'll attach the chest piece, and then put the stickers on there. Sides will probably be the easiest. That's 2 lines through it. Okay. Yep, so I'm just trying to be careful with this. Do the best I can. And like I said, if I mess up, I mess up. I was looking. Oh no, Ultron already said that about how small they were. Yeah, I remember the Death Knight action figure being very small, but the blade was like a nice thick plastic, so I like the blade, the Death Scythe blade. All right, so one of these is this one is the top one. That's the bottom one. Top one first, and then the bottom one. Nope. Mess that up. Only get a few tries of this, so I'm going to do my best. Not perfect, but it's alright. Then I'll just use my winch. It makes sense. I mean, these are cheaper kits. You know, you're paying more because they made a lot of them, but, you know, they didn't re-release this, so, you know, you pay more than you would have at the time. But, yeah, they get a lot out of doing some sticker work, rather than having this top part be a separate piece that has to interlock, and you need a piece underneath it to make it shine and all that other stuff. Oops. That doesn't look good. Let's see if I can undo what I just did here. Oof. All right, one more time. All right, that's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Gonna just run my wedge over it. We still have some more to do. Bottom ones here, which is this one is you. It's 11. We're gonna finish the stickers, and then I'm gonna wrap up, and then the waist and the weapon we will do next time. As I said, we're going to start on Thursday with the other part of the kit, and And then the new kit, which is the Love Tyrant, we'll do on. Sorry, that's this one. We'll start with the Love Tyrant because it'll be Valentine's Day. That'll be nice, won't it? Won't it? All right, one more sticker, and then we'll wrap up. A lot of gosh darn stickers. It's also good because it's been a while since I did one of these to know, like, yeah, a high grade takes almost a 2-hour stream. A little longer. And if we didn't have these stickers, we would have gotten farther in it, but we did have these stickers. Alright, so there we go. Can assemble some of it. Can't put the legs on. Got to be the trident. But yeah, this is the page we have left to do. And we'll get to it after the next one. Thanks so much for joining me tonight on the Build with Bear workshop. As mentioned, my next stream, my next build stream is Thursday. I hope you can come hang out at 9 p.m. Eastern. Then Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, we'll be doing another build stream. Saturday at 8:45, I'll kick off the pregame for the Anime Awards. We will watch that on Saturday. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for making my first Monday 9 p.m. stream a success. Really appreciate it. I'll be back for more building on Thursday, and Wednesday night you'll see a tweet out. I'll just try to get people together. It's gonna be a short thing. It'll be sometime in the evening on Wednesday where I just try to get some people in and do like a test stream, and we'll watch some Shout Factory stuff. But thank you so much, and have a great rest of your Monday, and have a great Tuesday and the rest of the week. Bye-bye.